What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is 7:12 in the morning right now, and temperatures are right around 35 degrees, so we're above freezing, and it is just raining right now, so we're kind of all just hanging out. We got a couple trucks over there loaded up. Rodrigo's running the loader right now. My truck is over there. I am about to go hop in it and get it loaded up with salt, and then we are just gonna hang out until the temperatures drop, and then we'll go get some salt down before the roads freeze. But this is pretty much what it's gonna be like all day. I don't think there's any snow coming. It's really just a ice watch that we're on today for the most part. So as long as we can keep my salt from getting hard today, we should have no issues. I'm gonna throw the tarp on. Last time I didn't put the tarp on, and that's the reason that it all got frozen on me and became a big chunk. So let me go hop in my truck and get this loaded. All right, guys, so I got my truck all tarped. Rodrigo got his truck loaded. So we are all good to go, and we should have no issues with the salt. Whoa, with the salt freezing today. So I'm just gonna head out and sit at the beginning of my route until temperatures drop. And then once they are just above freezing, we're gonna salt everything, because there's no reason to put salt down now and let it get washed off while temperatures are still above freezing. So I will catch back up with you when we got some action. All right, guys, so it is 10:09. I've been sitting right here for, I don't know, a couple hours now, and it's just raining. Temperatures are still above freezing, but they are starting to drop a little bit. So we are gonna head out and get a layer of salt down on this and see what happens. But it's still a little bit warm. My weather is saying it doesn't get below freezing until about 2 o'clock. So looks like we're gonna have a long day of just hanging out and waiting for it to freeze. We're definitely gonna have to go out later and put some salt down, probably throw some liquid in on top of it. But let me get through my route, and then I'll catch back up with you guys. All right, guys, so I just got back to my shop. One of our other guys is here too, but I did a whole center line down my route, and then on the hills I did both lanes. The center line spreads across both, so it will really be good, but you want to make sure you get the hills just in case they do get slippery. Somebody's not coming down a hill and sliding into oncoming traffic or through a stop sign or anything like that. So that's why we do doubles on the hills, and then just a center line through everything else. The main roads in our village will also get double. They'll go both ways, but when we go out at the end, we will put down double if we need to. It really depends on what the road looks like and temperatures and whatnot. But we are just gonna hang out here. It's about 11 o'clock. It seems like this is gonna keep going on through the afternoon, so hopefully it ends sooner rather than later and we're not here all night. But I'm gonna hang out, probably grab lunch soon, and then I will catch back up with you guys when I have an update. All right guys, so I am pulling back out of my shop. It is about 5 o'clock in the afternoon now. We didn't do anything all day. We just hung out and waited. The temperatures stayed fairly warm, but around 2 o'clock they got down below freezing, but we didn't want to go out until the rain was really done, which it's still spitting a little bit. You probably can't even tell, but it's spitting a little bit, but it's just about out of here. So we are gonna go out. We're all gonna salt our entire route, and hopefully we don't get any PD calls tonight about ice anywhere. We will have a couple guys on standby ready to come in case we do, but hopefully not. So I am just pulling up to the beginning of the village that we do, and I'm gonna run through my route and get as much salt down as I can. I'm gonna run my sander out on my route, so there will be a lot of salt down, and hopefully it doesn't freeze, but like I said, if it does, we have guys ready. So I will catch back up with you guys when I'm done. Surprise, I'm back. So I decided, instead of doing some time lapse or something like that, I am gonna throw this up on my head and get a POV and basically talk about a little bit that I have going on here and why I do certain things and why I don't do other things and blah blah blah. So let me finish this cul-de-sac here, and then I'm gonna pull out the head strap and we will continue. All right guys, so I have my sander control here. I have my liquid here. Hopefully you can see this. If the angle is not the best, I apologize, but basically all I'll do is throw this down and it kicks my sander on. I salt in second because the sander is driven off a clutch pump, which basically means that your your RPMs dictate how much hydraulic pressure you have. So the higher RPMs, the more hydraulic pressure you have, and in return, the better salt spread you have. So if you put it in drive, when you get into a higher gear, your hydraulic pressure will drop when your RPMs drop, and sometimes your salt spread won't be the best. So I put it in second just so we keep the RPMs up. This down here is my liquid. I will hit this on the hills just to add a little bit of extra fight to the freezing temperatures. But on the flats, I just throw this down, and I don't know if you can see in the mirror, but we are spreading salt. So I will do the hills heavy, and the rest here I will do pretty much down the center. I'm a little bit to the right because my salt throws more to the left, but we're almost in the middle. So I will do a nice center line down every road here, and it'll get the whole road, and then the hills I'll make sure I go both ways on, just to make sure we don't have anybody sliding down the hills or anything later. But once we get all this salt down, we shouldn't really have anything freezing. So when I come here, I throw this back up, that stops the salter, and we are no longer throwing salt where I already salted. Then I throw it back down and we continue. Now I'll throw it back down because this is the road I came out of, and I'll also throw my liquid on here because we're coming up to a hill. If I had more liquid, I could have filled up at the shop, but it's not really necessary right now. If I had more, I would probably just leave it on the whole time, but the hills are more important, so that's when I will use it right now. Also, if you're wondering why I go through the cul-de-sacs backwards, when you're salting it doesn't really matter, but it's kind of just out of habit now. But with my wing plow being on this side, you push the pile to the middle, and if you go the other way, you're really pushing everything to the curb, and you're blocking people's driveways and mailboxes and stuff like that when you can just make a pile in the middle there. I'm gonna go back down this hill, and I'll do this road later, and then I'll turn around here. But this way I know that I have this hill completely done, salted both ways, and we won't have anything to worry about here. So now that I'm at the bottom of the hill, throw that up, turn my liquid back off, and now we just drive until we get to the next road that I haven't salted yet. So now I'll hit my liquid on because we have another hill here. And also the liquid's not triggered until I hit this. So when you put that down, it actually turns it on. This is just the main power. So this hits that down, and now the liquid is down on top of the salt. So I'm just gonna hit this hill real quick again, then I'm gonna turn around and come back out and finish this way, because when I get here, this leads out to our main and it brings me to the rest of my route. All right guys, so we just finished up. It is about 7 p.m., a little bit after 7. I have my truck parked here. Got my Colorado warming up. Everybody else is parked over there. I'm the last one here right now. Everybody else already left. I ended up running a little bit short on salt, so I had to come back and reload, and instead of coming back and running out the rest that I had after I finished my route, I just went back through it because it is pretty slippery here. As you can see, I'm just sliding all over the place. So if our parking lot is like that, that means the roads would be like that if we didn't put any salt down. So might as well just put more. And more you have down, the better it is. More than likely we're going to get a PD call tonight for ice somewhere, but we have a guy on standby who lives right in the village here, so he can get in nice and quick. We have one of the trucks inside loaded up with salt, ready to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment down below. If you didn't, leave a comment anyway. Hope you did though. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.